Tap in with Black Creative Productions, a Black-owned media company focused at creating original and captivating media. From commercials to photo shoots to publications, we have all the tools that you need to build your business up. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Black Creative Productions to see all of the latest drops. Black Creative Productions. We are media. For all your mobile bartending needs, both public and private, reach out to Drinks Galore. They provide a wide range of package deals available on their website, drinksgalore.com. Book Drinks Galore. Cheers and enjoy. What's good? What's good, everybody? Robin Lee here, back on another episode of Pillow Talk Podcast. Man, I feel like it's been a minute since I've been on the mic. I be busy, y'all. I don't know how shit go. But we got a guest in the purple room today. Super excited to have you on. CEO of Rich Minds Promotions. Yes. Yeah, get comfortable. Right. Get comfortable. Oh. Yeah. Y'all know we got the wine on deck. Okay, y'all know we got the wine on deck. So definitely appreciate you coming on Pillow Talk Podcast. You know, can you just give us a little brief introductory on yourself?
Yeah, for sure. My name is Elias. I own and operate Rich Minds Promotions, my company. I started it about 2014. So it's been around like my last year of high school. I was just starting it off social media, just promoting upcoming companies, things like that. And it just expanded to everything else, like my artist showcases, interviews, blah, blah. So it just blew up from there type of thing.
Yes.
It's a variety of things we do, but that's mainly like what I focus on.
Okay. Facts. I love it. Rich Mind Promotions. Now, what's the meaning behind the name? What that mean?
Rich Minds Promotions is just, a rich mindset. Somebody that can get you there without knowing too much, but they know the things that need to be done type thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. A lot of people don't have the power to have a lot of money to start a company. So it's like a rich mind get you there. A rich mindset could honestly get you anywhere in life type thing without having 1,000 or 1,000,000 in your pocket type thing. So,
yeah. Oh, I like that. Okay, give a round of applause. You definitely need to have that rich mentality in order to get that bag. I fuck with that.
Oh yeah, always. Just have be genuine, and then it just take you far. Like I show love, be genuine with everybody I meet. I meet those connections and stay connected. It just expand from there type thing. So
thanks. Okay.
Yeah.
Now growing up for you, how was your relationship with music? Was it something you always loved?
Yeah, I listen to music I listen to music 24/7. I ain't gonna lie. Like whatever I'm doing, it gotta have music involved. If I get irritated, I go listen to music. I used to always walk around with like headphones on because I love music, and it just be like whenever I don't want to be irritated or whenever I don't want to deal with a certain thing, I instantly run to music, play music, and it just mellow me out. You know what I'm saying? It just really like take me away from the situation. So yeah, I love music a lot.
Who's your top three? Who's your top three favorite artists of all time?
I'm gonna go with Tupac. I'm gonna go with you said three of all time?
No, three, just three.
I'm gonna go with Nas, Tupac, Nas. I'm gonna give y'all a new school that I kind of fuck with. I'm gonna have to say, we're gonna say lyricism. I'm gonna say Kendrick.
Oh yes, say Kendrick. We Kendrick stand.
For sure, Kendrick Lamar for sure.
Hey, so you like meaningful lyrics, meaningful rappers? That's kind of your thing.
Yeah, I listen to a variety of everything. Like the artists that I promote is honestly upcoming artists that not mainstream. You know what I mean? But when you do say top three artists, I'm gonna say lyricism, like them for sure. Like the people that you could go to and actually catch knowledge out of it, and not something else other than what everybody else rapping about. Like I don't really get a lot of knowledge out the new rappers, but the old and even Kendrick, you could get that thrill out of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
So yeah, I would definitely say that.
You bumped the new Kendrick that dropped?
Yeah.
What you thought about it?
I'm gonna say this. Kendrick, I don't listen to every day, but I know when he do come out with his projects, it hits specifically for those certain reasons. Like at certain times, I notice when he drop, it'll be something going on during that month with Black people or Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be like I always pay attention to when he drop and how he drop and what it's about. Like that last one he had when all the faces was changed.
Yeah,
that shit was like legendary to me. Like I kid you not, I loved it for sure.
yes.
So it'd be a like even with Tupac, like I understood Tupac through his music before I even read like one of his books or his interviews and everything. I went into actually getting into detail of knowing Tupac because of like what they tried to act like he was. It was like totally different. It was like he was throwing that image out there for y'all to think that, but when y'all really get to know him, it's like a totally different Pac. It was like no thug life or none of that. It was like honestly knowledge to his people type shit. So I really respect him on a different level. When you really get to know the artist, it'd be different behind the lyrics. It's like everything changed for me, really. Yeah. That's why I say 3 top artists lyricism. Yeah, for sure. For sure that.
Absolutely. Definitely some solid answers. Yeah. I love Kendrick as well. Yeah. He's grown on me tremendously through the years.
Right.
And I feel like, we in a time right now where you do got to have those key like artists that are still speaking to the culture and the problems because, you know, they don't go away just because you're rich and famous. They still there.
They still there.
They still there. I fuck with that. So what made you start Rich Minds? Like, what made you actually get into the whole promotion game and just that whole field?
Really, when I was coming up, I always knew I didn't want to work, which half of everybody that, you know what I mean? I didn't want to work for another company or another man. You know what I mean? Let me put it like that. And it's like, when I noticed I didn't want to do that, I was trying to figure out a way. You know how everybody during high school, you really still trying to figure yourself out what you want to do after, blah, blah. And it was just like, I just knew a few people that did start something of their own. So it was like, how could I, you know what I mean? And I was just like, I just sat at home for a few days and then I sat on it, slept on it, and then I just woke up and was like, Rich Minds Promotions. It's like, it took me a minute to bring out the name too, but it was just like my mindset on things. It was like, let me see what I could do with it. And when I started it, it was only because I noticed a lot of people that I was around that was trying to do something, they didn't have a supportive system. So it was like, okay, so maybe if I use my social media and make a platform for specifically supporting people, companies, let's see how that go. And it's free. You know what I mean? It's just doing it without them having to ask. And it was just like, that helped me. I ain't even gonna lie. When I did it, I didn't get no first payment off my business until like 3 years. Like, it took me a minute. I was just supporting for free throughout that whole time. But as I was supporting for free and building with people, I started making connections. I started getting resources and all this and that would make my company bigger. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, cool. I just showed love from Jump Street. Later on in life, everybody messed with me from back then. So it's like, now that they see what I'm going on and now I got more power in the situation that I got now, it's like, okay, yeah, I can mess with him. I'd spend money on it because now I know what he can do for me really instead of just supporting me. You know what I mean? So it just worked out like that. It was weird at one point. I really got like down low with it, but it was like, let me just keep it going. I ain't never just give up on it, no matter if it was free or not. It was just like, just upload it, just repost, just, you know what I'm saying? Just do what you got to do. And it just paid off later. I ain't gonna lie.
Thanks. No, I love that. And I love, we talked a little bit before we started just about support. And I love how you are supportive of people. You just somebody that wants to see other people win.
Yeah.
So when you started, doing this, did you have your own support system that also encouraged you?
No, I never had nobody repost my stuff. I never had nobody, none of that. So it was like, and I never looked for it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not the type to look at people weird for not reposting my stuff, no matter if you my homie, my dog, you feel me, my sister, my brother. It don't matter. You don't have to repost it. I'm not going to force you. But if you do, it just shows me exactly what I do for others. When I say people don't have to ask, I just do it.
Yeah.
It just be like, if I see you do it without me asking, you get more genuine love from me. You know what I mean? Like, I actually mess with you different now because I didn't have to ask you to do that. You know what I mean? A lot of people be dealing with people that you got to ask them for shit. When they know you going through a certain thing, or they know you trying to push something, it's like, I shouldn't have to ask the people that I keep around me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's just like, with that being said, it was just like, cool, whoever support me, I'll support them even harder. If you don't, it's cool, it's still love. You know what I mean? It's never no hard feelings.
Thanks. But you ain't wrong though.
Yeah, no, for sure that.
People gotta get out their way sometimes. Like, I feel that, especially when somebody doing something, they really trying to push something, they just kind of down bad, or they just need that exposure. Like, you don't always have to get something in return.
Yeah, they be looking for that dollar sign instantly. And I'll be telling people that be asking me like, how should I start this? Like, a few people came to me with their ideas of how they want to start a business. And I just always tell them, like, don't look at the dollar as the main thing. You know what I mean? Don't try to get paid instantly. that's the quickest way to get put out the game, because it's like people could pay you, and now your source is probably not even as strong enough as what you offering. You feel what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, I charge you but that ain't even worth You know what I mean?
Right,
like it's just
right.
like you got to make sure it's making sense. So that's why I honestly appreciate the times that I had without getting paid, because it was like it made me realize when I do get paid, the power that I could put into it. Because I never did shit getting paid. You know what I mean? So it's like when I get paid, why not offer you the ultimate power that I have to this source of da da da? So it all made sense type thing.
Yes.
It's just
Facts. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Y'all make sure y'all make sure y'all tapping in for sure, because he is dropping major gems. Okay, shout out to Mocha. Hey, Miss Rebecca. Period. She said, I totally agree. The new rappers are not dropping knowledge. That's what we was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Definitely. Shout out to y'all. Y'all tapping in. Make sure y'all share. Make sure y'all tune in. But no, I love that. I just love your whole persona about helping people and giving people the blueprint right now. People just feel like, they gotta always pay. It's just hard.
Yeah.
So with Rich Minds, you have different services that you also offer, kind of like subdivisions, I guess, within it. So tell us a little bit about that.
Really, I offer services for like any company, because I mainly started off with just artists.
Okay.
Like at first, I only got artists booked for interviews, radio station interviews. I had my own open mic events where I ran out a venue. I have a DJ come to set up for the mic. I have my artist photographers and everything to shoot for the artists and everything. So it was like the more I grew on the artist, the more I completed my artist side of my business. So like, since I started off with music, and I told you I love music. So it was like, okay, I'm gonna push my artists, and I found the sources for my artists fast. So it was like, cool. Then it was like, let me see what I could do for businesses or different entrepreneurs and not just artists. And that's when I was like, okay, cool. So for photographers, I get them interviews booked. For models, I get them photo shoots booked. You know what I'm saying? It's just things like just to keep growing. Whatever you're doing in your criteria, I just have you growing it. It's like a digital manager type thing.
Okay.
I tell everybody, like, don't look at me as your manager. This is just somebody that's honestly throwing you handouts whenever they can type thing. You know what I mean? Just pay for the package. This is all the services that's coming in the package. Once you pay for it, all you got to do is show up, get your business done, and get out the door. You know what I mean? So it's just like in and out, just an express type thing, just to help you really build fast. It'd be a lot of people that don't have the sources. So I took the time out my day to go to networking events, and I actually talk now. I'm a shy person. I ain't even the type to talk with people. You know what I mean? But it'd be like, for the biz that I'm doing, that's what I have to do. So I go out to networking events, talk to the right person, see what they got. Oh, you got something? Okay, I got artists, I got entrepreneurs that need this and that. So it's like just talking business a lot, really, and making that connection actually go through. Like, you know what I mean? Not just saying, oh, take my line down and don't use it. No, I'm going to use it. What you doing? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's like, make it make sense. That's all we do about it.
Absolutely. I love that. I love networking. That's definitely a big thing. You network a lot of your connections. I love that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, are there any criteria that you turn away if somebody reaches out for work and they have something? Is there anything that you'd be like, oh, you need whatever? Like,
yeah. As far as my artists, I don't push artists that diss rappers or diss anybody. I don't support gang banging really on my platform. As far as like, I mean, I know people grew up where they grew up from, and they from that side. Cool, I still support them. But I'm saying like the people that's being direct in their music towards somebody, I don't support that, because I know what comes behind it, especially coming from Chicago. Everybody know like what's going on. So it's like if you're saying anybody's name, I ain't got to know that person. I just don't want to push that. I don't want you pushing it. You know what I mean? So it's like for me to put it on my platform just for some money, it ain't worthy. That's how I be looking at things. Like I just look at it the deeper route. Like, all right, yeah, I support this. Now I'm just helping you show everybody you dissing this man, dead homie, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So it's like I'd rather stay away from it because I don't want no confusion, and I really just want to help artists build. It's not for you to talk about anything else other than yourself. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Just so people could feel you better. People ain't gonna feel you dissing on somebody.
Facts.
So that's how I just use that. Like, I don't want that on my platform. You know what I mean? Or anybody that don't stick to their word, I don't have that. Like, I don't support nothing. Anybody that I be saying that's on my platform or on my app, it's like I genuinely met them. So I genuinely know that they gonna respect and do everything the right way for their clients or whoever it is coming to them. You know what I mean? If it ain't that, I won't put them on my platform. I don't want to work with you at all. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to be the one to be like, oh yeah, I got somebody for you, and I send them to you, and now next thing you know, they like, damn, Nothing went right. You know what I mean? So it's like my word stand on that. You know, so I always stand on that type of thing. Just business.
Yes, I love that. That's fire. I mean, but that's some real shit. You know, unfortunately, the Chicago scene thrives off of that. You know, in the rap game and to the rest of the world, you know, in the rap scene, that's all Chicago is about sometimes. So I love that you know, touched on that because we got to stop glorifying that shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's so much talent, you know, in the Midwest and in Chicago and in rap that doesn't have to be about gangs and stuff. So I'm happy that you made that a point to not promote that.
Yeah, I most definitely had to because it's like you just said, it's like the main thing in Chicago. Everybody knows somebody that's dissing somebody. Everybody knows somebody from a block.
Yeah.
So it's like it's too much going on to just be helping push it. It's like, let's just knock that shit in the dirt and get on to the next subject. You know what I mean? I hate it. I just be hating it. I be seeing a lot of talent in the people from the streets and it just be like, if you ain't diss him, if you ain't focus on that in your track, you'll really be killing them. You know what I'm saying? It's like a different way of killing people. It's a different way to it. You could really kill them in your words. You ain't really got to do nothing other than that. You know what I mean? You could kill them in a success. Like, you know what I mean? They just see you happy through Instagram and not mentioning them. That's perfect. That's the perfect way of doing it. But instead, they just be wanting to, you know, be heard to that specific person. I hate it. I ain't gonna lie, I hate it.
So. I hate it too. I hate it too. I do not condone. I'm an R&B baby myself. Yeah. I love rap music to an extent, so I feel you with that. Once you start getting to that whole rah shit, I'm just kind of like,
and one ear and out the other.
Like, all right, I'm gonna turn it off.
For real.
No, but I love that. That shows real like passion and like respect for what you do in your business. Like I love that. So I was looking at some of the things that you've done, you know, in your business, and I see you were at the Millennium Tour.
Yeah, right.
I know, right? Yeah. Cause wait a second. No, I'm just kidding. But you do a lot. You've been doing a lot. So, like, give me some, you know, examples maybe of some favorite events that you've covered. Like, let me know.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, cause I gotta get flowers when it's due. I'm gonna say, my homie Four. He actually from Black Ink Crew Chicago. Yes. He's one of my artists, my main artists that I push on my platform because he one of those genuine artists. And I met him through, like I just told you, I be promoting people's music without, sometimes if I feel like that artist needs to be pushed, they won't get charged because I feel like you don't have the sources or you don't, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I noticed, I was watching Black Ink Crew. I used to watch it. And until I met Four personally, but when I was watching Black Ink Crew, I just noticed he was always to himself. Like, he was never part of drama. I pay attention to people like that. You know, I know it's TV. I know it's, you know, everything. Some things are scripted. Blah, blah. Right. So it's like I'm paying attention to him, though, and I can read him. And literally people know me and Forrest Aries. So we got, like, a lot of similarities. Okay. So it's like, you know, so it's like, after I watched the show and I noticed he was doing music, and this was around the time I had my company running. So it was like, you know, I'm going to promote his music for free, blah, blah. When I promoted his music for free, he reached out and he was like, you know, come to my studio session. And that turned into like 3 studio sessions to us being friends type thing. So we was like locked in, and he just started putting me in tune with anything he was part of, like anything. Yin Yang Twins told him to come up to the Millennium Tour. And he was like, man, ride with me. Like, you know, come with me, blah, blah. And I went in, and when I had my, he know I bring business too. I'm never the type to just come around and just lounge around and not, you know what I'm saying? I know his craft. I know what he want to do. So I had a videographer come out and shoot a recap video. That's the recap video I got on my website. We didn't have nobody to come. So he's like, I'll get the videographer in. She shot everything for us, you know. So it was like, he just see I handle business with it. So it was like, cool. We got in the Millennium Tour, met the Yin Yang Twins for the first time. I never met them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so it was bad. You know, went up stage with them. We was on stage with a few artists, and it was just really one of them days where it was like, that was one of the things I never done. I was never the type to go to concerts either. Never. I don't like sitting in a public crowd, because I'm not saying everybody that's in a public crowd is wrong. I'm saying people in a public crowd, you're not in power of safety.
That's true.
You know what I mean? You're around like random people. Everybody that bought that ticket, that's all they got to do is buy it. It ain't like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, I never was the type to just go to concerts. And then it was like, the only way how I want to go to a concert is backstage. When I'm around security, when I'm around the people that's actually performing, I know my part in life. You know what I mean? So it's like, the people that's out in the crowd, they here for that artist. I'm here to network with that artist. So it's different. You know what I mean? So I just always wanted to make sure I move correct. And 4, one of my homies that made sure I moved like that. Like he brought me part of any private function or anything. It's just like I gotta give him his flowers because it was something that I probably wouldn't have been in if it wasn't for him type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just like my homie. So we handle business together. I promote him and we keep shit pushing. I recruit photographers, videographers, whatever we need for his content. That's all he want to build on. He want content done because he don't want to be steady pushing the tattoo thing. He's trying to just be known as an artist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, cool. I help him with that. So that's why it's like, it's a little different.
Yeah.
But he most definitely put me in everything that I'll be like moving with. Like every private occasion. He had me book a damn, he know I'll be playing basketball. So, I booked sessions for me and my people.
Okay.
Yeah, Polo G called me for a session one time. I booked it. I kid you not. Just randomly. It was like, oh yeah, this my homie Eli right here. He gonna book the session for you. I met up with Polo. I'm like, whole time, I'm like, I'm humble about everything, but it's at the same time in my head, I'm like, damn, he just threw me Polo G like it wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? But it just showed me the trust. Like he know I ain't gonna move incorrect with nobody. So it was like, oh, that was what's up. You know what I'm saying? It was love. Like that's my dog. But that's like the person I would say help me with a lot of things, help me with my plugs, help me maintain. Like he be even telling me like, man, get in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like he just want me to be a better me. So it'd be like, I fuck with anybody that do that. You know? He always try to make sure I'm on P's and Q's at all times. So I fuck with that.
That's dope. Yeah, okay, shout out to him. Shout out to him for sure. Because you need people like that in your circle. That just see the vision and just trust in you. Like that's dope. And then you were doing all these amazing things, networking, meeting people, and like that's how it goes sometimes. And when you already own your business like that, you're just able to evolve. Like that's so cool.
That's cool as hell. I ain't gonna lie.
But you ain't see them. You ain't see the rest of the men's on the Millennial Tour.
Oh yeah. I met like I said, he got me in the door. From there, I do everything from there. You know what I mean? I met I done met a few. Nelly was there.
And that's the thing about me. As I evolve, I be thinking like, damn, how I'm gonna act when I get around so and so. Like I met a few stars and it's been cool. But like if I come across Drake, I just don't know what I'm gonna do. And it's like in that moment, how do you personally stay in that, professional demeanor? How do you stay in that demeanor?
Being is one of them. Like, far as like, I started to notice, and Ford helped me with that too. I started to notice celebrities is just us that's successful in what they doing. You know what I mean? So it's like when I met them, it was be like them, be genuine. Don't act like they yin yang twins. Or, you know what I'm saying? I called him Rock. That's his name. You know what I mean? We smoking, chilling, we vibing. So it's like, you treat them as such and they treat you as such. If you a celebrity just as well as them, you'll never know until you're in the same room. You know what I mean? If you're in that room with them, you're a celebrity too then. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. So it's like, I treat everybody like celebrities, I guess you could say. If you got something going on, you just like as well as them. You know what I mean? But that's how I move with it. And it's just like, that helped me stay comfort. It was like, as long as I'm in front of them, I'm knowing I'm in the same room with them and just can't anybody come in here. You know what I mean? That just made me feel more comfortable and just be like, don't overdo your part. I ain't never been the type to overdo my part anyway. So it's like when I meet you, you'll see I ain't gonna be no, oh, can we take pictures or you know what I mean?
I'm just gonna be in the space.
You know what I mean? But you'll know, like, as long as you're in that space, you'll know what you're going. You ain't gonna be on no, jumping all on them and shit.
Cool. I don't know though. I don't know what Drake. I don't know.
Right, yeah. I'm not gonna say with everybody. I know that specific person. I'm trying to think of a specific person. I'll probably get the chill. Yeah, when you get the chills
from.
Get
a little sweat.
Right.
Just a little dribble, but that's it. That's all.
Yeah. I feel you on that though.
I'm dead. Shout out to Miss Rebecca. She said, wow, Polo G. That's what I'm talking about, putting each other on. Like, that's dope, right, y'all?
Yeah. It was like,
out here working.
Yeah, it was most definitely like, and it was something I just let go under the rug. Like, I didn't go to the internet when he was with me. I didn't video anything. It was just like he genuinely messed with me. And then when I booked the session for him, of course I met him at the gym, so he won't be there by himself.
Right.
And the people at the gym, since I frequently booked there, they know me. So it's like they trusted me. They was like, oh, that's Polo. Woo. They knew the attention that was in the room.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was telling the staff, like, don't say too much, but just, you know what I'm saying? Just let him get his court.
Right,
so,
chill out.
Just chill out, you know what I'm saying? So they took us to the court or whatever, and Polo came over there. He wanted me to hold his keys, his wallet. So I noticed the trust in that. He was like, man, I'm here with you type thing.
Facts.
it was like people was walking up to him and shit, trying to talk to him, and he knew what to do. He from Chicago, so you know what I'm saying. He knew like, I'm just trying to hoop with my little peoples right now, type shit. So it was all love, and it was just like I had his line and shit, and I still didn't text him after that. Like, you know what I mean? I wasn't on no
stalking shit. And
you know what I mean? So it was like I know, and then I all of a sudden seeing him like 2 weeks later because Ford had tattooed him. He did the Juice WRLD tattoo on him, so it was like cool. You know, it was like an understanding of shit, and that's when I started to realize like you ain't never really gotta overdo your part for nobody. Really, you just stand 10 toes with who you is, and it'll like guide you gently-ish for sure though, but gently guide you in. Like cool, you know.
Yes.
That's how I looked at it.
That's cool. I'm gonna work on that because I've been meeting more people and I've been cool, right? But I just feel like I'm gonna come across that Drake. No, let me shut up.
I mean,
that's the only one. But everybody else, I've been cool. I done met a few celebrities, did some little red carpet stuff, and it was cool. So I feel you with as far as like being in the space. Yeah, because they'll approach you different because you in that area versus if y'all was out somewhere and you ran up on them type shit.
Right, exactly. It's like they start to understand you here for a reason. Right. You know what I mean? Purpose. That's how it is. So it's like you ain't never got to overdo your part when you're in that room with them. Now, you see Drake, I don't, you know, only you know what you gonna do over there.
Drake, if you do happen to watch this, I'm gonna do a little extra. No, but you also do like events and stuff too as well, and like showcases too. So tell me about that too.
I do networking events. I'm not gonna just say networking. I do events. I started off with doing open mic events. That's what my first event was, an open mic event for my artists that I promoted on my platform. I gave them a chance to, after I was promoting them for free for so long, I just gave them a chance to come perform. And I rented out a spot with one of my cousins that wanted to start a business. And I just, sometimes I connected with people that wanted to start something. I put them a part of my thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it was like I booked a space and I had all my artists come perform. And that's when I had like, photographers, videographers come through just to shoot a recap of photos of the artists while they performing. And that was my very first one. And it was all my events was downtown. I never did nothing suburb, and that only because of my reasons. I lived in a suburb all my life, so I know how to operate and I don't want certain people.
Facts. I'm suburb baby shit. You
hear me? So it's like you know what not to do in our areas. It's just not, it ain't right for the attention and for the type crowd I'm trying to build. Mm-hmm. Downtown is what I love. So it's like, let me move it downtown, because anytime I want to invite to somebody in my event, I want them to come downtown. I want them to be like, oh, this address is, not King Drive or da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? You don't want them going to certain areas where it ain't safe for everybody to pull up, So it's like, cool. I did the first event. It was actually successful. The space only fit about 40 people. I had about 30. Nice. So, for my first event. Nice. I was a little nervous. I was, everybody for the event.
That first one you do.
So it was like, I don't know who all gonna show out for me or who all gonna show up, but I'm gonna just do it, and I'm gonna make sure, like, my artist is set, everybody's set, photographers. So I was like, cool. All I gotta do is really bring the crowd. Facts. I did the event, got about 30 people. It was at Niche Art Gallery downtown. Shout out to them for, giving me their platform to actually do my first event. And then my second event that I did was a networking event. And I did that at an Airbnb downtown, and had a little rooftop little thing to a little deck. And the networking event was to focus on different companies. I had my chef, which is my homie, my dog, Taste of Brie. Everybody should go follow her for sure. Okay. She specializes in vegan meals. Yes. She most definitely specializes in vegan meals and soul food meals. She do meal preps for personal trainers. She got her own website, and she also have her own restaurant on Cicero. If I had the exact address, I'd give it to you. But yeah, that's somebody that I started business with. She came up with me from dirt. Like, literally, she did it with me for free. We did the networking event, which was at the Airbnb. She came and cooked meals and sold plates. So it was like, we kind of collabed in and stayed connected. Like I told you, I stayed connected with my connections. And now she built her own restaurant, her website, blah, blah. So now we back to doing events with each other. And, just to see our accomplishments, should be like, I understand why I keep my connections now. I understand why I be genuine with the people I work with, because it'd be like, those are the people that'll come back no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Her platform probably surpassed mine, and now we could, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, just love people, love the people you work with. If they come out their way to do anything for you, it'd be like, just make sure you get that extra mile when you can type shit. So I always hit her up for any of my events. She already know, like, you the first chef, I'm gonna hit up. But if you want to cater this, if you want to whatever, I even pay her out of pocket, whatever she want at this point. Cause like it's love, you know. But and then another thing I be doing, people don't realize, I work with women a lot. I work with women because women is a big supportive system.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Nobody really support like women. So I keep women by my side. I got a female videographer, female photographer, all the way to a female chef, to a female DJ. I could honestly run a whole event with female operated services. You know what I mean? So it's like the way how I did that, and I started to notice that it was like, it worked like 3 times harder type thing. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, girls try hard.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. They got their thing. They show love for sure, especially when they see that you real genuine with it and you not on no. You know, some guys try to do business with women and don't be on business. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I always make sure I keep it strictly business, no matter what it is. It's like, I don't ever want you to go out to the public and say, oh, you know what I'm saying? Nah, Elias was never that. Elias never came on to you. Don't you know what I mean? So it's like, I see that a lot with things. When with photographers, women, it's hard to book with a male photographer because male photographers sometimes be on some creep shit. You know what I mean? So we just gonna keep it a stack. So it was like, if I get a female photographer, a female make another female feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Before anything, before any type of situation. So it's like, let me do that for the comfort zone. You know what I mean? If I have a female operate that whole situation, I ain't gotta be there if y'all don't want me there. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I'll be focusing on comfort with the women. Or it's like, you know what I'm saying? They the ones to push things with me. So it's like, cool. I love it.
Yes, women, because y'all know we get it done.
Yeah, y'all get it
I'm gonna
done.
definitely check her out though. I'm not vegan, but I love vegan food.
No, even if you're not vegan, though,
I love
you can
vegan
do
food.
like she does everything. That's just vegan. I say she specializes in vegan because a lot of people that eat vegan, they don't know that source of different style vegan foods. You know what I mean? I threw a vegan style dinner with her, a tasting event with her downtown, and she made strictly vegan food. And it was like everybody came and it was like, this vegan, this vegan. She had boneless wings, she had everything was vegan though. So it was like, you know, if you into vegan, she most definitely the person to go to in Chicago.
I'm definitely gonna tap in. We gotta get our health together, y'all. Y'all know black folks, we got it to work.
And that's all we doing, you know. I just want to help whoever want to stay on that route. Yeah, you know what I mean. You can't love that. You know, I
love that. You got a lot going on, okay? I love the business. I love everything you incorporated in it. And you just, gave us a little inside look on everything that you're doing. Everything. So I love that. I've been grilling your ass for a minute. So, we're gonna chill. We're gonna do a little baby trivia, y'all. Okay. So he was a little nervous at first. That was one of the first things he said to me when he came in, like, I don't know about this trivia because I seen, But y'all know trivia don't be too crazy. It's Juneteenth, you know what I'm saying? It's coming up this month. Are you going to be celebrating the holiday?
Yes, always.
Absolutely. They're giving people off for work this year, finally. Right. It's a real holiday, but fuck these holidays. But y'all know what I'm saying. Right. We actually get to be off work, paid and celebrating it. So it's only right that we, give some of our favorite, black traits in there. Now, I know you mentioned some of your favorite rap artists, but I need to know, who is your favorite black R&B artist? Just one, though.
Is it fair to say Genuine?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say Genuine.
Okay.
I'm going to say Genuine for sure. Yeah, exactly. So in love, So yeah, okay. I'm gonna give it to Genuine.
So you was baby oiling it up.
Yeah, I was in the shower listening to Genuine. You know what I'm saying? He just get that, that like love story vibe with a woman, the type thing that he gives. So
yes, he went viral recently as he was performing.
Exactly. I was happy for him with that though.
I was too. I was like, I'm not gonna act like Genuine wasn't that nigga back then. Because
like,
he was. He was that
really
nigga.
One of those.
He was really one of them. So I love Genuine for sure. Okay, that's a good answer. Now, who is your favorite black actress?
That's a tough one. Because there's so many.
It is.
I would probably say, could I say Kevin Hart as an actress?
He's an actor.
Okay. Y'all gonna have to probably help me with this one. I don't know.
You got Taraji P. Henson. You got Regina King, Regina Hall.
I will have to give it to Regina Hall.
Okay.
Halle Berry. Yeah, I'm gonna go Gina for sure.
Okay, guys,
For
we
sure.
love
Yeah.
Regina.
Yeah,
I love
she got that. She got
fire.
that. Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Now you can say your favorite actor. So it will be Kevin Hart.
Probably either him or I keep forgetting his name for some reason, but he like my dog. The dude that
what movie?
He was on training day.
Denzel.
Yes. That's like.
Okay, now how you gonna forget Denzel?
I know, right? Don't get on me, because there's so many people that I could say. It's like I got their names twisted. I know, right? Denzel is most definitely one of those. Most definitely. Somebody else that I love that's been going global around the internet, Will Smith.
Yes.
Dog. Will Smith's a dog.
Will Smith, was he right to slap Chris?
No. Only because, I mean, I'm gonna say yeah, no. Only because he know the platform that they from. You know what I mean? He know Chris Rock.
Yeah.
So it's like for you to go up there and do that to that man on public TV is kind of a,
Yeah.
It rub people wrong. But then again, it's like can't just be speaking loosely on somebody's wife that's dealing with things, and you know what I'm saying? They got things going on at home. So to hear a man speak publicly about that, it's like, it depends on what type of husband she got. If a man, you know what I mean? So he gotta go home with her, not you. So you can't just be out here saying.
Y'all know Jada got that voodoo.
Jada got that.
Bro.
Oh, bro. So you gotta be careful.
Okay, she cooks spaghetti all the time. Okay,
for real,
I ain't fucking with that. Okay, who is your favorite Black historical figure?
I would have to go with Tupac. Could I go with, like? I have to. The way like I understood him in the documentaries I read, interviews, the books from his private security, like people don't even know his private security guard like literally wrote a whole book about the whole occasion of Tupac and how he passed away and how they operated everything, and now he's passed away. You know what I mean? But it was just like if people do their homework on Pac, they know the family tree he come from. I ain't gonna speak on too much, but you gotta go search up Pac if you really want to get to know him. The thug life thing was just the smallest thing you could get to know from him, type thing. You know what I mean? He had it tatted across his chest, so it's simple to know that. You know what I mean? So it's like you really get to understand him when you read the documentaries, the books. You understand he was right. His mom and him was really conflicted with Black Power, like heavy. Black Panthers was all through their family, so it's like. You really understand him, the thug life thing that he was pushing, it was only to gain that attention from the street life, because he know half the Black people was in the streets, half the Black people was in these poor neighborhoods, they gang banging, they killing, you know what I'm saying? So it was like for him to throw that on himself just to gain that attention. It was like to gain y'all attention so I could guide y'all elsewhere. You know what I mean? If I don't talk about it, y'all won't even listen to me from Jump Street. So it was like I started to understand he understood his people more than people think he did. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I have to give it to Pac.
Absolutely.
I have to.
Pac is he is truly an icon, though. Yeah, he really is. He really is.
Yeah.
Now, lastly but not least, what is your favorite Black meal?
A Black meal?
Y'all?
Sweet potatoes, mac and cheese, and chicken. That's the ultimate, you know? That's the ultimate thing you could throw out there when you say that, like sweet potatoes, mac and cheese, and chicken. Instantly.
Okay, absolutely.
Thanksgiving things, whatever, you know?
Absolutely. Macaroni and cheese is undefeated, G. That's like the staple. Everybody cannot make it in the family. It's always a designated mac and cheese person.
Right.
Okay.
For real, though.
If you don't know how to make it from scratch, don't fucking make
don't make it. For real.
If you don't know how to make it from scratch, don't fucking make it. Don't make it.
Please.
No, but you did good. You did good, y'all. Right. He do good. He did excellent.
For real.
He did excellent. So what else can we expect from you this year? I mean, the year is almost over, but we still got a whole nother half of the year. So what else can we expect from you?
Well, the things that I have coming out now, I have a few new services that I'm adding to the app. If anybody want to join my app, it's open for anyone. I'm accepting anyone. I just have to, talk to you. I set up meetings with anybody that want to join my app, just so I know what you're doing and I genuinely met you. I don't want you in the app if I ain't even shook your hand or gave you a hug. You know what I mean? So it's like, cool. If you want to join the app, whatever you got going on, you can come join the app. I also have new services like three wheelers.
Okay.
I have my homie Wayne that owns three wheelers. He's going to be in the app. You could book a three wheeler whenever you want for you, your lady, or you and your man. You know what I'm saying? Just a vibe out. I also have a mixtape that I'm coming out with all my artists that I'm putting on the platform. I'm gonna send out. I'm collabing with a producer just so he could make a beat pack for my artist, and then I'm gonna have the artist go in the studio, record to the song, put it on a mixtape, and just to get it globally out there with my DJ showing it, playing it at the events and etc. So I got that going on. I also have a Cartoon Network that I'm putting on my website. I always love, yeah. Okay. I always love cartoons, and I found a guy that actually makes short films for cartoons, and he's gonna basically bring my real stories to life. So it's gonna be real story cartoons that I'm gonna put in situations out of my life, because I've always been the type to never speak on things I like went through younger. You know what I mean? So I want to try to put that in a cartoon way, since I always like cartoons, and it'll tell a story in a cartoon. Nice. So I have a guy that's going to be basically running a cartoon page on my website for anybody that want to try to peep out a little detail about my life about back then in a cartoon film. It's going to be based off a true story. So I got that. Got a lot of events coming up, collabing with different companies. So got a lot going on.
Yes, that's so dope. Yeah, it's the cartoon for me.
Right.
I love cartoons. I still watch Hey Arnold on the regular.
For real, though. For real.
That is still my favorite cartoon.
For real.
No, but that's dope. I love how you branching out on your creativity and incorporating different stuff. And that's more representation. Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah, I love it for sure. It's like I just want to try to build with everybody at this point in my life. I know what I want to do. Yeah. So it's like I'm ready to execute anything with anybody that I need to execute it with. So it's like, that's why I told you before we started, like, I already got some things that we could do with each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, cool. As long as we could get things rolling and we could progress with each other, the better life would get for the both of us. Right. So it's like, I don't want to waste your time. Yes. I don't want to waste mine. Let's just grind.
Let's just grind. Okay, I ain't mad at that.
For real, though. For real.
We ain't trying to waste no time. I'm dead. Rebecca, you gotta be weak. She gonna say, don't forget the dressing.
Right. No, for real.
I'm so weak.
You can't forget the dressing.
Y'all see, hey, that dressing is important too.
Oh, for real.
I am dead. No, but shout out to you. Shout out to everybody that tuned in today. Shout out to Rebecca. Y'all commented, y'all shared, y'all hearted, y'all showed love. I definitely appreciate that. Yeah. I do have the IG scrolling. Let me switch it though and put the website. But is there any other place you would like for us to tap in with you or anything like that?
I would just say tap into the website, because everything that I'm gonna be uploading, it will be going to the website, and I'll also be uploading my new artists. Every month I upload 15 artists on my website.
Nice.
30-second clips of their song, in case so a lot of people need new music. Like I told you, I love music, so it's like I always keep my eye out on any new artists. So if y'all have anybody that y'all even want to submit to me, if I like them, I'll put them on the platform for free for a month.
Nice.
You know what I mean? I try to do that for any artist that I specifically think is up next, or they got that power to be up next. You know what I mean? Genuinely.
Yeah.
I know game banging. I know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If he talking that shit and I feel like he on for himself, then I'll support it. So it'd be like, anything y'all got, y'all can submit it to me, and I'll rock it out. I'll rock it out.
I love it. It's the energy for me. It's the support for me. I'm definitely fucking with that. We in a time right now where independent music and just being your own boss is possible. Yeah. And you're a great resource for anybody that just wants to grow and do it at an affordable rate. So y'all gotta tap in with him. Okay. Rich Minds Promotions is an amazing company. They got hella followers. They pushing a lot of stuff out right now. If you're somebody that needs that exposure, This the man y'all need to
Hit
tap
me
in.
up.
Okay?
Hit me
Y'all
up.
need to tap in
Even
with
if you out of town, like I work with out of town artists because of the fact that when they land in Chicago, of course, all my power is in Chicago. I'm trying to move all my power out in Dallas. So I'm starting to open up a few services in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
But right now in Chicago, I got Chicago on lock. Whatever you need, from studio to interviews to photo shoots to video shoots, anything you need, like literally just contact me. I'll put a package together. You'll come in town and really just be productive. Like, you know, I set a whole day up so you could get everything you need for your business done.
Yes.
Then you can have your fun in Chicago.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I always do that too. So if you from out of town, trust me, just contact me if you're in Chicago. Don't hit nobody else, just so you know. I'll make sure you move correctly. I'll make sure you in and out with your business. So yeah, most definitely contact me. Be careful with who you move with in Chicago. People, man. That's another reason why I focus on like what my company do, because people in Chicago, they don't put you on the right hands. You know what I mean?
They don't.
They'll take your money and throw you to some rank-a-dank ass interview, and next thing you know, you like, damn, I ain't get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So most definitely just hit me up, and like I said, I had to work to show. Just go to my website, richmanspromotions.com. You'll see everything, my vlogs, all of that. So just whatever you need, just go there for your proof. It's there.
Absolutely. Make sure y'all tap in with my boy, okay? He got everything that you need. Again, shout out to everybody that tuned in to the Polo Talk podcast. Of course, y'all know y'all can always tap in with me again. We got another show dropping later tonight. So y'all make sure y'all tune back in. Sending love and light to all of y'all. Peace out.
Bye-bye. I was